Oud can be a very tricky note, and admittedly, it is not one of my favorites. It is one that I often find a little bit challenging. Not because I don't like it, but because a lot of the times it's either too masculine or because, of course, synthetic ouds are used. It can come through actually very synthetic smelling and sharp. But today I want to share 10 of my most favorite oud fragrances that I love to smell on myself and on my man. So we're going to get through those today, and I would love to hear some of your favorite oud fragrances because I do really love the smell of oud if it's a really good quality oud. Like some of my favorite oud fragrances are just the most addictive. So let's jump into the best oud fragrances in my collection. I guess we're going to start with the no-brainer and one that you've heard me talk about a ton, and it is Tom Ford's Oud Wood. I absolutely love this. This is very beginner-friendly, dry oud. It is a very dry, woody type of scent. I just think that anybody venturing into fragrance, even just starting off on their fragrance journey, would find this one relatively easy, though it is quite a bold standout scent. There are a lot of fragrances that do smell like this in some higher quality niche, but I do keep coming back to Oud Wood. However, here are a few that I think are also really outstanding and kind of in the same vein as Oud Wood. There is Thameen's Carved Oud. This is a really beautiful scent, just like Oud Wood. This one to me smells a little bit, just maybe a touch more medicinal and oud-centric. Like Oud Wood, it has other woods in there that lend it its dry woodiness. This has a lot more of an actual like oud scent, and it's not quite as dry as Oud Wood, but it is extremely similar. Like really, you can't go wrong with either one. They're both very, very beautiful. Another one that I recently added to my collection is Nishane Kredo. Again, very similar to the other two, like in the same family, I would say. This one has a punch. It's a lot punchier than the other two. Like if you want Oud Wood on steroids, this is it. This has a punch of cardamom, pepperiness, and like a really powerful oud. It smells very, very high quality, very rich, very intense. And like if I smell this and Oud Wood, I don't immediately think, oh, it's the same fragrance, but I can see they're kind of in the same family. Now, of these, there's another one that's very similar from Fragrance du Bois called Oud Noir Intense. I don't have that one, but I've sampled it in the past and I think it is outstanding, and I actually find it very soft and very wearable for myself. I found it to be like a very therapeutic, calming scent, and I found that it's actually like even a little bit easier for me to wear than Oud Wood. So of all of these that I mentioned, I think Oud Noir Intense from Fragrance du Bois is the most like feminine, although they're all like unisex and actually tend to be a little more masculine leaning. Here's a brand new release from Ormonde Jayne. This is called Arabesque. This is a stunning rose oud fragrance. It is also quite punchy. It has a presence. There's blackcurrant in the opening, gives it a tartness. It reminds me a little bit of MFK's Oud Silk Mood with a preference to this. This is a very multifaceted, very intense oud that smells super, super luxurious. The saffron is very prominent in here for me as well. There's a bit of pepperiness, and this fragrance was inspired by Middle Eastern art. It's very intricate and super unisex as well. I do have a code with Ormonde Jayne. You can save 10%. I will have the link in the description. I believe it is the Scented 10 or Scented 10. Anyway, that will be linked for you. Brand new release and super successful, I would say. Now, here's kind of a fresh oud. I really like this even wearing it myself, and it's Oud and Bergamot from Jo Malone. This is probably, looking at the list I have here, probably the freshest oud. It has that zinginess from Bergamot, the citrusy quality, and it almost smells a little bit leathery. A very unusual, very rich smelling fragrance. A lot of ouds smell very rich, very luxurious, like wealthy type of scents. They just have this depth to them and this kind of seriousness. And this is the lightest kind of, I think you could get away with wearing this in the summer. I do find this one masculine leaning. I think it is very, very attractive on men, but I'll wear it myself. Like I do tend to reach for this occasionally, and Jo Malone is just a guilty pleasure of mine because I know a lot of people complain that they're not very long lasting, and I just love how they all smell. Black Afgano. I love this. I was so surprised at how much I love this, but I'm addicted to this. This is a really intense, like show-stopping powerhouse fragrance that has a strong note of cannabis and oud. So you're like a rich pot smoker, basically. Obviously, I'm joking, but I think this is a really unique scent. I have never smelled anything quite like this. It's smoky, it's woody, it has this like green cannabis sort of like medicinal almost quality. It doesn't smell like, you know what I mean? It doesn't smell like pot, like it doesn't smell like you're smoking a joint. It just has that type of like greenness in there. And I love the oud that's in here as well. I do find this one masculine leaning. I wear this occasionally on very, very, very cold days and like when I'm really feeling bold. But I think this is a great fragrance for men especially, and I think you'll like really stand out, and it doesn't smell off-putting. Like I know those notes sound weird, but it does not smell off-putting. Okay, here is my most feminine, and I will admit my most worn and my most expensive fragrance. And this is from Roja Parfums, and it's called Amber Aoud Crystal. Crystal because it's clear in formulation and won't stain your clothing, but it's the same fragrance that you find in the original Amber Aoud. And it is a very powdery type of scent. There's rose in here, there's oud, and quite a hefty powdery quality. I think this is the perfect special occasion type of scent. If I can say one criticism, it's that, you know, you would think that for like what, $800 fragrance or so, that the cap would fit a bit more securely. So maybe a manufacturing flaw, but just something to work on, you know. But otherwise the scent is amazing, extremely, extremely luxurious, and definitely one of the most feminine ouds. This does remind me a little tiny bit of Oud Satin Mood from MFK, which is coming up, but I tend to gravitate to this more because Oud Satin Mood can become actually a bit overbearing, and this one is a lot airier and it's a lot easier to wear. But Oud Satin Mood is definitely a staple in my collection, always will be. It is a sweet, flawless, powdery, like vanillic rose oud scent. It's so good. Just I can't wear this to restaurants because I learned this scent combined with a lot of food is not a good idea. Here's another one that I also really love to wear, and this is from Dusita. It's called Montri. This is a really nice, like just a little bit animalic oud with saffron and dried fruits. You can smell a sweet quality in here. I really like this. This smells very enchanting. It smells familiar, and it smells like a very far away place at the same time. It's like a journey. Like this fragrance really feels like a journey, and it's a very poetic and very beautiful, and I think one of the best fragrances from Dusita. I really like this, and I actually really, really love the new one called Rosarina. I mentioned it in my favorite rose fragrances video. I'll link that up here for you guys. But yeah, Montri, also one that I find surprisingly wearable. Now, here's a surprise, because I bet you guys never thought you would see a Mancera in one of my lists. I mean, if you've been with me for a while, you know that those are ones that I find a bit challenging sometimes, but Precious Oud, it's so good. It's a sweet kind of dessert-like oud, and it has Laotian oud, which is a type of oud that I find very intense, very dark, and I struggle with, that I notice in a lot of fragrances, especially Tiziana Terenzi ouds. Like I cannot that have Laotian oud, but this is really nice. It has a note of tiramisu. Come on, who doesn't love tiramisu? This is whiskey, it's a bit boozy, it's very yummy. This is the most gourmand oud, I think, but a very easy gourmand oud. I really like this. I think this is a feminine oud, and I've worn this a couple times, and it's very enjoyable. Like, I have no problem with this one, so I do really like it. And lastly, now I feel like a little bit embarrassed, but not really, that I only have a oil perfumery thing of this, because I need to get myself an actual bottle of purple oud from Dior. I went through all of my little bottles of my Dior ouds, and I was like, I like them. I like oud rosewood. I like, what's that other one? Oh, I like Oud Ispahan, but man, I love purple oud. It's so good. It smells like it smells like a villain. I put it on me and like smell like a really cool villain. It's saffron and oud, basically, for the most part. That's all it is. But I get a lot of saffron, and it just like, I don't know. That's what comes to mind, is like a really like glamorous, like cool villain, you know? So purple oud. I'm gonna have to like actually grab a bottle of purple oud. I kind of forgot about it, and then I was putting this list together and I'm like, it was like light bulbs just went off. So yeah, those are my favorite ouds for me personally. There's a lot more that I do enjoy, but those are my top right now. Oh, and don't forget that if you wanted to try any of these out, you could sample any of these on my decant shop, thescented.ca. Oud is a note that I think a lot of people find challenging, so it's always good to test it out first, and that's what I'm here for. Let me know some of your favorite ouds, ones that are not like super challenging, and I will definitely dabble. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.